Namaste. Welcome to DT Studio. DT Studio is organized by the Director of Technical Education in Karnataka, Bengaluru. Now I am teaching the subject in this studio, Project Management and Evaluation. Now this is the 20th class I am teaching the Project Management and Evaluation. Till now we have discussed from the 0 level to the execution level. From 0 level means that is initialization of the project. When the project starts, who is going to start, and from where it will commences, and who is going to prepare the project report, preliminary project report, or the final project report, and design, then drawings, specifications, technical approval, and then administrative approval, etc., etc. See, we have discussed about this in the previous classes elaborately. Now we have started with the initialization and the investigation, preparation of feasibility reports, then survey, planning, preparation, design, drawing, specification, and estimation, according to approving administrative approval, technical approval, then detailed project report, then acquisition of land, preparation of tender document, publication in notice, inviting tenders, receipt and opening of tenders, earnest money deposit, preparation of comparative statement, then allotment of work, contract agreement, security deposit, work order, job layout, then work planning. Now we have discussed elaborately. Then we are in the execution stage. Now, the execution stage, that is technical supervision. Technical supervision, that is comprises of quality control, safety, measurement, bills, and payments. Now we have discussed in the previous class about the quality control of the project or the construction activities. Measurement and bills or payments also we have discussed in the previous classes. Now today we will discuss about the safety of in construction. That is construction safety. Let us discuss about it. Before going to the discussion about the safety, now let us see that is videos. So let us see few videos. Now let us go through these videos that will tell you, that will indicate, that will show now how the construction practices are there. Now let us understand. Now this is the scaffolding. This is the scaffolding, centering work, see what's going on. Now this is poor centering work. Poor centering work. Now let us be very careful. This happens. This is not always. Sometimes this happens because of our poor quality management. And also we can have a look of the excavation part. I think now you have gone through this. Now, this is the common error. This is a common accident takes place during the construction. In construction, isn't it? Now, if the construction engineer or the project engineer manages very carefully, this not happens. Isn't it? Therefore, let us discuss one by one. Now, what is going to happen? Then, what are the legislation we have, and what are the precautions to be taken? So, now, all these things we discuss about this. So, you can look at this. See, safety in building and construction work, isn't it? Now, safety in building is another part. Now, construction work. Now, safety in construction work. Now, both the individual's effort and group cooperation are necessary to achieve safety. If can be achieved only by alert, information, skillful people who respect themselves and have a regard with welfare of others. The meaning, the meaning of this. Now let us have the thorough information about the construction activity, thorough information about the construction tools, and thorough inspection and the information about the construction activity. Therefore, the causes of accidents in construction industry. The accidents are caused at construction sites due to any one or combination of the following reasons. Loss of control by the operator of the equipment or vehicle, such as cranes, rollers of the stored materials. The failure of temporary structures such as farms, scaffold, then ladders, coffer dams. I think we have seen this. That is failure of, that is scaffolds. The inherent engineering hazards such as accidents in the use of explosives, presence of poisonous gases, insects, dust, etc. Unsafe practices of individual workers or carelessness of workers resulting in personal hazards. Ignorance or negligence to follow instruction in handling tools of the equipment correctly and safely. There, no, in the this is the safety is one of the biggest task in outside. Now, many times, number of times in my previous classes, I told you that. Now, the drawing, estimation, specification, design, all these things are done by skilled persons, that is engineers. And the work is executed by all the unskilled people. No, it is not. It is a major issue to be addressed by the project engineer. Otherwise, that leads to many complications. That is the loss of life. Then anything may happen. Therefore, let us be very careful in managing the project. The safety nowadays, the safety now all the majority of the construction industry, that is construction companies now employing the that is safety engineers, and there are many training schools we have in and around the country. Now there are safety, that is safety courses are there. That is sometimes some people will organize the programs. Now that is 3-month program, 1-year program, 6 months training program. That is they exclusively they are discussing, they are talking about their training only in that is safety management. And the engineers, maybe a diploma holders or maybe a graduate engineers, they will undergo the training of that is safety training, isn't it? There are many schools, available in and around us. Now we can go and have a training, and then you can become a good project manager. We can maintain the safety of construction, isn't it? Now safety management. This side, the safety plan has been produced to assist and contribute to the establishment of a safe working environment by which all employees, personnel on site shall participate and benefit. The plan covers details of the project, safety requirements, site-specific conditions, and other items important to the safe and efficient operation of the project. Now, a few precautions. Before taking up demolition work, all utilities like sewage lines, water, electricity, gas supply must be capped, closed, or diverted. And trenches must be shored depending upon the type of the soil and depth of cutting. Guard rails should be provided around exceeding certain height. Ropes and wires used for hoisting should be of good quality and inspected at regular intervals. Handling and transportation of explosives must be done by licensed personnel. All bracing and shoring for farm work for concrete must be carried out under the supervision of qualified engineers. Now we have seen one video clip. Now that is because of that is bracing and shoring of farm work. If you have not done that properly, then definitely the farm work will collapse. That leads to many disasters. Laborers working in roof construction, foundation, excavation, demolitions, and electrical wiring must be educated on safety aspects of the particular works. Today there is the skill gaining programs. There are many, the government, central government and state governments are organizing, that is skill development programs. Only because of this, they feel, the government feels that there is a lack of knowledge in some particular area. Therefore, each personnel, those who are working that site, must be trained properly in respective area. Respective area, that is ordinary workers, foundation work, excavation, demolition, and the electrical wiring must be educated on the safety aspects of the particular work. For each activity, the safety, that is the depends, isn't it? Therefore, let us be very careful in doing this. The minimum safety requirements. Prior to commencing work on site, the contractor must make itself aware of all the requirements for the workers and the site relating to environment, health, and safety, the safety matters, including all relevant legislation and standard codes of practice. The contractor shall calculate with all that is the safety and health and safety requirements listed below, which shall be deemed a fundamental condition of this contract. Now, maybe it is a small contract work or a bigger project size may be anything. Now, then the contractor and the engineer must follow some safety standards, isn't it? Now, that leads to effects. Accident. See, whenever I discussing about the civil engineering construction activity, now I used to say that everything is possible in civil engineering. We can do we can construct whatever we want. It is possible for us. Okay, but the cost may be anything. ಒಂದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ನಮಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು 15-50 ಮಾಡಿಗೆ 100 ಮಾಡಿಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ we are eligible. Now we have structures. Examples, there are many examples on earth. Now we can do it, but it will cost. The cost may be anything, isn't it? Let us be ready for that. Now therefore, in the accident, in respect to the accident, now accidents can result in any one of the following. Loss of human life, that you have seen already in the earth excavation. Temporary or permanent injuries to workers. Loss or damage of materials and equipments. Now, loss of time in completion of work. Loss due to workman compensation, insurance, and cost involved in redoing the job. Now, all these things happen when we speak about the project. Now, let us prepare well in advance. Let us plan this. Now, there are possibilities. Due to accident, we may lose the human life, we may lose the people, and temporary or permanent injuries. Then loss of damage of materials and equipment, loss of time in completion. It may delay the project. Project may be delayed by 1 month or 1 or 2 months, 3 months, depending upon the circumstances, isn't it? Now, the loss due to workman compensation, insurance, and also the cost involved in doing. Sometimes we may need to redo this. Now you are seeing that our video clip. The ones they have done it and they have poured the concrete. Now the centering work has collapsed. Concrete also gone. Therefore, we need to redo this. Then it is now that cost double, isn't it? Double the construction cost. Maybe a 10 members, 10 manpower to strengthen that, to control the safety of the construction. Now that would have avoided the cost of the project. Now he has to do the work, he has to do the slab, and he has to remove first. Now he has to remove the collapsed work portion, and he has to redo it. Therefore, the cost involved is double. So therefore, the cost also involved in doing this. Therefore, we are losing. We are the project cost increases, and also we may lose the life, isn't it? The temporary permanent or injuries, whatever may be. And prevention of unsafe conditions, unsafe acts must be eliminated and avoided. A closer study would reveal that unsafe conditions, like unsafe acts, largely caused by faults of person, ignorance of the person. Now, if you don't know, if you don't have the knowledge in a particular job, we are not supposed to do that. Therefore, we must employ the right person for the right work, the right job. The question is, why do these people commit faults? This may be due to environmental or acquired habits or inherited tendencies. It may therefore be noticed that human failure is often at the heart of the problem. Hence, the methods of control should include correcting human performance or behavior besides controlling physical environment. The control of environment can be achieved by proper planning and by adopting scientific methods such as proper workplace layout and material handling. Machine guarding, is not protecting the worker, etc. Now, therefore, yeah, whenever you go to the site, now we need to. Already I told you, we have discussed in length about the job layout. You prepare the right job layout for the right place for the right material, isn't it? Now, properly this has to be organized, and also the running, the machines, the guarding is necessary for the machines. Minimum 3 meters away, nobody should work there. That is, isn't it? Let me 1 meter away from the machine, a guard should be provided in a rotating machines. And protecting the workers. Then controlling human performance is more difficult and may take the form of selection and training to improve the knowledge and skill of the person. Selection and training to improve the knowledge and skill of the person. Transport, medical treatment, and advice to facilitate personal adjustment. Caution, persuasion, then persuasion appeal, and education to help people to develop proper attitudes. Disciplinary action in rare cases when the above methods are not affected. And that means, we need to educate the people, those who are at site, and continuously we must keep telling them, don't go that side, you have to do like this, you must avoid this, you must wear the cap, you must wear the helmet, and you must wear the belt, you must wear the shoes. Like continuously we need to train them and tell them to wear the required safety devices. Sometimes it is not possible. The people, a person or a worker may not follow the even instructions. Now we need to take action on that person. Either we must keep that fellow outside, or we must let us remove him from the site. If we not follow the safety manual, if we not follow the instructions given by the safety engineer, we need to remove him, or we will assign him the job where there is no the accident possibilities. Now let us be careful about these facts, isn't it? And safety practices in construction industry. It is not possible to prevent completely in the construction industry in view of hazardous nature of work, since there is no specific legislation and or regulation. Now, this is the statement taken by the old book. Now, today we have the legislation. Today we have legislation. Now, according there are for safety and maintenance, there is a legislation, there is a government rule, there is a standard set by the department in the government department. Now, therefore, now we'll see that later. Now, safety in excavation. Excavation work neglect to provide support for the site of even shallow trenches. We have seen that how the people are working there. In the video clip, we have seen that is shallow trenches. Now, that cause many accidents. The sides of the trenches should be supported by battens held in positions by cross members. No one should be allowed to work outside the protection of such timbering. Besides this, fencing should be provided where even necessary. Now, Yavaglo, excavation work, excavation in jungle always will let us be. Now, let us provide the pattern on either side of the earth, and also it should be tied between. Now, let us take measures to the collapse of earth. The excavation hazard, collapse of the sites, materials falling on workers in the excavation, dangers associated with excavation machinery, falls of people and or vehicles into the excavation, workers being struck by plant, specialist equipment such as pneumatic drills, then hazardous substances, particularly near the site of current or forward industrial process, influx of ground or surface water, and entrapment in silt or mud. Sometimes this is possible. Mud form the people will get into that. That is there, isn't that? Then proximity of stored waste material or plant is the waste material, isn't that? Stored waste material will be stored at one side. That because of its heavy weight, it may collapse. Proximity of adjacent buildings or structures and their stability. Contact with the underground services, contact with overhead power lines, access and egress of into the excavation. Then fumes like lack of fumes, lack of fumes, lack of oxygen, and other health hazards. Now these are the hazards due to excavation. It is possible. Then, excavation precautions. A competent person must supervise the work. The most important, the competent person, the person who knows, he will understand. Yavadu collapse agodu, ago sandarbha ide, ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದವರು he may be capable of understanding the situation in and around the excavation region. The walls of the excavation trench must be prevented from collapsing by digging them at the same angle, isn't it? Or by shoring them up with the timber, sheeting, or proprietary support system. Now we must take precaution to support the earth. It should not collapse to the excavation trench. Workers must wear hard hats and safety footwear. Workers should never enter an unsupported excavation or work ahead of supports. The excavation site must be well lit at night. Personal protective equipment, clothes, goggles, boots, ear defenders, and hard hats must be worn by operators of noisy plant. Safe access by ladders is essential as a crossing point for pedestrians and vehicles. Scaffolding. It must be sound material, properly constructed and so braced and ties to the building that there will be no collapse of structures, platforms are proper width and handrails must be provided for safer working. The scaffolding should be designed to which stand 4 times the load that is expected to carry when it is used. Ladders have an important function in the scaffolding. They should be well maintained, used correctly, should always have firm footing and tied in position where possible. Scaffolding ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ always you must keep that tight, isn't it? That is strong, that is poles. Nowadays, now in the recent days, there is no issue with this scaffolding, no, because all these are manufactured and fabricated with no earlier days the scaffoldings are made out of wood. Now today this has been made out of the steel. Therefore, now the strength wise there is no problem. Only thing now the fastening is the problem. Fastening. Now therefore you should have enough knowledge to fasten the scaffolding. And this is one example. You can look at this freestanding scaffold. Freestanding scaffold towers used externally must not be higher to the top platform level than 3 times the minimum base dimension. The minimum dimension is 3 times. If the height should not be more than the minimum distance, isn't it? No, minimum distance of the base dimension, minimum base dimension. Now there are 2 dimensions. One is that, the other one is width here. Now this is the height should not be more than, that is 3 times, isn't it? 3 times the minimum base. Now, the scaffolding, these are the safety measures for scaffolding, ladders and formwork. All scaffolds and working platform should be securely fastened to the building and braced properly. Now I suggest to our students to visit before taking up the job, any job, go to the site sometime and look at this. Now the scaffolds must be fastened to the building. ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಕಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನಲ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. A protective covering should be provided for the men working on the scaffolds. The ladders employed in heavier trades should not exceed 6 meters in length. Isn't that 6 meters? The ladder should not be more than length, the 6 meter length. Care should be taken to see that no uninsulated electric wires exist within 3 meters. Now this is one most important aspect. The construction engineer and construction worker should thoroughly look into this. Now, because we have power lines in and around, whenever you go to the building, construction activity, let us be very careful, isn't it? Now this is cables, the overhead cables are running around the area where you build the home. Now build the construction activity. Now be careful about this, isn't it? Now this is the scaffolding. Is the system now? See now the steel scaffolding. Now the ladder. Now this is the safety. Now the safety precaution. The safety. See, you can look at this here. The safety, that is helmet, then safety belt, safety jacket, and safety shoes. Now these are most important. Now there is a drill. There is a drill here. That is mock drill. Mock drill they are taking place. So therefore we have taken this photograph. Now where the mock drill is taking place. Now this is how we must. A person who is working outside the building with on scaffolding, now he should have the minimum safety equipments. Now the safety devices. Please note helmet. Now the different color helmets that I will tell you later. Why they are having? Who is this person? And why they have the different color jackets, the belt and helmet. Now I will tell you that is safety show compulsory when you are working on the scaffolding. The person must have the safety belt, isn't it? The safety belt to avoid the accident. And safety helmet, most important, isn't it? And safety jacket, that is everybody can visualize that is who is that person is there. You can recognize is Isn't it? No, this is the that is fall protection drill. No, sometimes no, or some no, the here in safety in safety standard there are two things are there. That is one is that is the on-site emergency plan, off-site emergency plan. There are two things are there. The on-site emergency plan means that is in the construction site or in any industry. In any industry, one is the on-site emergency. In any industry or construction project, they will plan their that is safety. That is their safety manual. They will prepare their own safety manual according to the standards and then according to the convenience, according to the necessity of the local crowd, isn't it? Local area. Industry in industry also they will prepare their own safety manual. No, they will prepare their plan. If some accident takes place, accident means maybe fire, maybe any other hazards. No, what is going to do? What we have to do? Like no, we must train the people. The another one that is inside the house, in-house safety manual, in-house safety plan, and the other one is offsite emergency plan. That is offsite emergency plan means the district authority or the local authority they will prepare the plan. If something goes wrong in a particular area or in a particular industry, what are the duties of the police officer, fire safety officer, and district administration officer? What they have to do? No, they will prepare the plan. Now and then they will prepare the plan and they will conduct unknowingly the drills, isn't it? They have mark safety drills, isn't it? The people are aware, unaware of this. Now the people are eagerly they are looking at something is going on there, but they are marking, isn't it? That is a mark drill. That is now it is now and then they keep doing it in the factory or premises also. The safety officials and the fire authorities and district authorities they will keep coming to the industries and they will mark it, isn't it? They will ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸಡನ್ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಯಾರು ಬಂದು ಏನೇನೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾಕ್ ಡ್ರಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ unaware of this suddenly they will come they will do it isn't it? Like sometimes in the district in the city the district administration is also taking place they will do it the people will run away from the location and this is the mark they are going to that is they are creating the awareness about the safety isn't it? Like this is the safety with respect to the scaffolding. Then guardrails, wherever you go, wherever you go, when they see unprotected slabs or unprotected that is shafts. Now we need to provide the guard. The guard may be made out of anything, maybe that, but it should be strong enough to resist the weight of the person those who are working that side. Now these are the guardrails, isn't it? The most important. Now whenever there is opening in the second floor, third floor, fifth floor, something like now the guardrail is compulsory and everywhere. That is temporary guardrails there, isn't it? Guardrails are to be provided at all working places and other locations where persons or materials could fall more than 2 meters, where this can physically not be achieved. Suitable and sufficient fall protection devices that do not rely on individuals should be provided and used to establish a safe place for working. Now this is the shaft. Shaft means lift duct. This is the lift duct. Concept of building and the shaft. It is compulsorily this should be done, isn't it? That is compulsorily at each and every floor we need to provide the guard. This is not rail guard. Sometimes it will be covered with masonry also up to some certain height to 2.5 meter or 3 meter. Now it is compulsorily we must do it. Otherwise, the people working on the floor, if they unknowingly they get in and fall down, that leads to the accident. Therefore, let us be careful. And also, you must remember that all temporary connection, wherever you go, at the side, we have a temporary connection. Now, this is also should be protected and carefully it should be guarded by all the temporary electrical room, along with some fire extinguishers, isn't it? Now, let us know all these things. Then roof, accident due to falls from rooms covered to material such as AC sheets can be prevented by the crawling boards and roof ladder properly designed for the purpose. Demolition work, accident occurs because of the temptation to do such work quickly. For instance, arches, tie rods, and beams often carry loads and stresses which are not obvious, and their early removal may cause sudden collapse of building, thus leading to accidents. Now, safety measures for demolition is not danger signs to be provided all around the structure and doors giving access to the structure. Barricades should be erected around the structure where you are demolishing the structure. At the time of demolition, workers should use all safety appliances such as helmets, gloves, and goggles. In case any danger is anticipated to adjoining structure during the process of demolition, the same should be got vacated to avoid any danger of damage to human health. So, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೆಮಾಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಮಾಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು you need to instruct, you will request the neighbors and ask them to go out for certain reasons, isn't it? For the time being. Now, the process of demolition may weaken the side walls of all adjoining structure, and to prevent these walls should be protected. The power on all electrical service lines must be shut off or disconnected. Demolition work should be avoided in nights. Suppose ನೀವು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಏನೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ then you must have the powerful light. Isn't it? Safety in fabrication and erections. All equipment such as gas cutting and welding set, drills, power axes, grinders should be checked periodically. Isn't it? Regularly you need to check the working condition of the equipment. The moving parts of all equipment should be provided with safety guards. Workers engaged in gas cutting or welding production should wear suitable gloves, aprons, welding screens. Power cables from all equipment should be properly insulated and protected from damage. Danger signs should be prominently displayed on all poles of overhead electric lines at site. Now, this is most dangerous. Be careful whenever you go to the site. First, look at that is overhead cables, electrical lines. Cut pieces and scrap should be stored at an appropriate place to avoid accidents. In the fabrication side, now ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪೀಸ್ಗಳು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೈ ಕಾಲುಗಳು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, let us be very careful in keeping them stored in one particular place. It will not disturb our work. Now, this is the storeroom. This is how the people will store at the construction site. You look at this. If you are happy, no, then do you think we need to understand or we need to learn the safety management and storage? How the people are keeping everything, all the construction equipment, including our scaffolding, elements, etc., etc. We have here. Isn't it? This is a temporary shed. Safety in storage. Cement should be stored in damp-proof place. ನೀರು ಬರದೇ ಇರುವಂತ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನು ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ತೇವಾಂಶ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ. Sand and aggregate should be stored in firm ground. Bricks should be stacked on level ground to minimize breakage. Height of stacks to be limited to 1.5 meters. Then petroleum products should be separately stored. Steel reinforcement bars should be stacked section-wise. Timber should be stored separately in neat stacks. Explosives must be stored in proper lines and prescribed safety measures for handling and storing explosives should be observed. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಸಿವ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸೆಟಲ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಜೆಲಟಿನ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಇನ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅವರ ಸೂಪರ್ವಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಸಿವ್ಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಟಿಂಬರ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Then steel reinforcement should be stacked section wise and diameter wise, that is their size. Then job safety meetings. Now continuously, now this should be taking place at all the sites, isn't it? We need to do this regularly. There are safety engineers, there are safety project engineers and supervisor. There are people here. They will guide, they will instruct, they will educate about the construction activity. You can look at this here. See, now all the workers are having yellow helmets, isn't it? And this is the person who has blue, and the another one is white. The other is the another color. We can look at this. That we will see later, isn't it? So this is the safety classes. They will conduct the job meeting, and also they will conduct that is mock drills. Also they keep doing it together. The training will be done frequently, sometimes weekly, sometimes daily, sometimes fortnightly, sometimes monthly, depending upon the circumstances. Now we should keep doing this. It is compulsory, we should do it. Then fall protection. Now there is a training that is how to protect ourselves from falling from the ground, from the scaffolding, from the building. Now, what are the necessary measures to be taken? How we have to act, behave? Now, all these things are trained. The people are trained. The personal protective equipment, safety helmets are essential. There is a risk of head injury. Welders exposed to hazards of falling objects from overhead must wear a welding safety helmet. Always wear a helmet where there is a risk from falling objects from overhead working. Now, in many industries, any visitors, including whoever may be the visitors, any visitors in visiting the industry, production industry, then you need to follow the rules. You need to go with your helmet. Now, otherwise, with their safety devices, the people, the management will not allow the outsiders to inside the factory. If they must wear the shoe, if they must wear that is helmet, and they have their own standards. They have maintained each and every industry, that maybe construction industry, maybe a production industry. Everybody should follow that. Visitors also. Suppose if you are going to look at if you visit the site, now you need to first get in and register your name in the entry. Then take a set of that is helmet, that is safety appliances, wear it, then go inside. They will take you and they take you around the site. They take you around the industry factory, and they will go. You will come back and return back. Then we can go out. Isn't that? That is the safety personal protective equipment must ensure. As means to identify the staff, contractors, workers, and other personnel, the following color code for the safety helmets shall be followed. Engineer, white. Workers, yellow. Supervisor, blue. Electrician, red. Then safety, that is green. Now these are the color code adopted in any construction or production industry. Then supervisor's role in safety. The construction industry relies more on teamwork than any other industry, and the success of any construction firm would depend on the ability of the masters who led the group. The workman's attitude towards safety would depend largely on the attitude of his supervisor. The supervisors may establish safety by seeing that no unsafe conditions or practices existing in any part of this job, instructing new employees in safety practices, seeing that all accidents are reported and attended to attended immediately. Now this is the supervisor's job. Now, and also they will, and already I told you that there will be a mark. There will be a mark. They will conduct the, no, they are training the people, the workers in the construction industry. In the industry, maybe in the construction side or maybe in the production industry also they keep doing it. Now to, that is, now the control the fire. Now the training officer is instructing all the workers on the site. Then the personal protective equipment, eye and face protection. It is important to wear the appropriate eye protection when working with potential hazards such as flying chips, sparks, metal filling, then other flying objects. Selecting the correct impact grade and whether suitable for chemical solvent is vital. Wear protective lenses when exposed to the radiation effect of welding or burning. Hearing protection when working in areas where levels are at or above the daily personal life, exposure to 80 decibels, now suitable ear protectors must be worn. ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾಯಿಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಯರ್ ಬಟನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. And similarly, our hand protection, wherever the risk assessment dictates, gloves should be worn. New gloves should be examined before use. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಗ್ಲೋವ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕೆಲವು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ನಾವು ಗ್ಲೋವ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ and inspect it, then examine, then use that. And electricians using insulated gloves should check them for defect daily. ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. Ensure hand protection is of the correct type. And then body protection, suitable coveralls and where necessary disposals when used is asbestos controlled conditions. Also think about hoods and overboard covers. Eye visible waistcoats, vests and jackets where required. Then foot protection. Safety footwear must be provided and worn where it is identified in the risk assessment. Safety footwear is mandatory on the project loading bay. If working with concrete and other caustic type materials, wear appropriate safety boots and eye protection. Then handling of materials. Particular attention should be paid to stacking and piling of stacked material as unsafe methods may lead to accidents ranging from foot or finger injuries to persons getting trapped beneath a collapsed stack. Now, housekeeping, keeping passageways, stairs, etc. clean, free from obstructions and fit for use, help in minimizing accident. Now, each and every day, you need to clean the work, that is workplace. Every day morning, go to the site and start the job, appropriate job, and at the evening, end of the day, you must clean the surface. You must remove excess material and use the excess material in the right place. Then you let us be clean and tidy each and every day. You need to, that is inspected. You clean it. That leads to that. Avoid the accident and also that saves the material and also that minimizes the cost of minimize the cost of the project and also that improves your working conditions. Isn't that every day you must clean the site. Then the supervisors can play a vital role in instructing workers not to use defective tools and in discouraging them from using the wrong tool for the job or using the tool in an unsafe manner. Then occupational health hazard. These may be caused by workers exposure to toxic agents such as dust, fumes, gases. Physical conditions such as extremes of temperature and humidity, abnormal air pressure, vibration. Now you must take care of this. Then bacterial infections during employment. Bacterial. Now we must look at its health also. Then safety through legislation. Now what is this safety through legislation? The safety through legislation. Now that is safety, improving the working condition, determining the terms of employment, providing social security, that is compensation, safeguarding the life of workman for the welfare of the worker. Improving the working condition, determining the terms of employment, providing security, compensation, safeguard the lives of workmen for the welfare of the worker. Isn't it? Now this is safety through legislation. What is the exact meaning of this? The safety through the legislation. Now suppose in an industry or in a construction site, some accidents take place. Isn't it? Some accident take place and he lost his life. Then what is next? Who is going to take care of that fellow person? Isn't it? Or else sometimes there will be a permanent limb. Isn't it? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು limb ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕೈ ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ಕಾಲು ಎರಡು ಕೈ, like there are possibilities. Then who is going to take care of him? Isn't it? Now therefore there is a government rules. Isn't it? The government has set the standards. There are the government organization or the department, they will take care of this. Now therefore through legislation, now before getting into the employment, he has to get registered with, that is ESI, then PM, like there are organizations we have. And also whenever there is more than 10 numbers of workers working in site, more than 10 numbers of, that is workers in a site or an industry, they covers under the legislation. The government has a legislation, that is there is a rule. Now whatever is terms and conditions, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಸವಲತ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಸಂಬಳ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು 10 ಜನಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, as and when you need to go to the concerned department and get your firm should be get registered and the employee's name will be entered there, and you need to pay their contribution, that is product contribution and ESI contribution, like and also insurance to the person. These are some standards and rules are there, isn't it? The government has made mandatory each and every person should go and get registered in apply. Now in such condition, the company is also compensating the worker, the government is also compensating, and his contribution is also there. Now he can live for the remaining period, isn't it? Therefore this is must follow these are the rules to be followed. Then some important acts. Payment of wages. ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬಂದಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡೋರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. There is a rule. There is a government rule set for each job. The minimum salary should be so much. Therefore we should follow it. And similarly minimum wages act, isn't it? Payment wages minimum ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Then workman compensation act, isn't it? Already I told you that ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಆದರೆ, ದೆನ್ ಮತ್ತೇನಾದ್ರು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆದರೆ, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್, ಏನು ಸಮಟೈಮ್ ಜಗಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಓನರ್ಗೆ, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಂಬಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಲೈಕ್ there are so many acts comes into it, isn't it? Then industrial dispute, there is a dispute Then the Indian Trade Union, the Workers Employees Trade Union Act ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟು ರಜೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ವೈಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡಲೇ the people will go and they will claim, they will go to the government, they will question this in the court of law or in the department, concerned department, they will get their benefit. Isn't that? This is the safety through legislation. Isn't that? Now safety through legislation. Now this is the safety of the working workers for the factory, industry, construction industry. The rule applicable for all the workers, isn't it? Therefore, safety is one of the most important criteria. Wherever you go, everywhere we need to follow the safety manual. Even driving, even walking, isn't it? Even everywhere you need to go and you have to follow the safety manual. Today it is very important because the population growth is also more. That is, vehicle growth is also more, and now everything is growing. Therefore, we must follow the safety rules and we can live more comfortably by following the safety rules and by understanding the safety rules. Safety, and that is for ourselves, not for anybody else. Safety ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗಲ್ಲ. And everybody follow that. We can work comfortably. That is to create a good environment at the working site, construction site, or the industry, wherever you go. That safety is today gaining more important. It is very essential. Now you can see where you are avoiding the safety rule, there will be an accident. Isn't it? In every day you can see in the newspaper, in the television, you can watch in the news, there are many number of accidents taking place. Isn't it? So therefore, the engineers must follow this carefully and let us follow the rules and safety rules and let us live more comfortably. Thank you very much for all the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you a lot. Thank you.